Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're really trying to cut through the noise around functional mushroom supplements, specifically those Shrumbfuzed gummies you see everywhere. They promise, well, a lot. Better brain function, more energy, stronger immunity. Our mission here is to sort through all the claims, the user reviews, everything, and give you the real scoop. Can you actually pack all that into like two little gummies?
Yeah, that's exactly the challenge. I mean, this isn't just one ingredient we're talking about. It's a whole stack, 10 different functional mushrooms. You've got the well-known ones like lion's mane, reishi, cordyceps, turkey tail. We really need to look at, what the science actually supports versus what you can realistically get from a gummy format.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that. This whole mushroom pharmacy idea in a bottle. The convenience factor is obviously huge. Getting that wide range of potential benefits, just pop 2 gummies a day. Easy. You see lion's mane highlighted for memory and focus. Rishi's positioned as a sort of ancient calmer for stress, better sleep. Cordyceps for that natural energy kick, supposedly without the jitters. And then turkey tail for immune support. I know a lot of listeners mention that afternoon slump, that brain fog. Like when I first heard about cordyceps, I wondered, could this actually replace my third coffee?
Well, and it's interesting because the ingredients themselves, they aren't just like trendy fluff. There is real research out there, peer-reviewed stuff. We know lion's mane shows promise for supporting nerve growth factor, things related to brain function. It has literally centuries of traditional use for stress management. And cordyceps, yeah, some studies suggest benefits for endurance, maybe athletic performance.
Okay, so there's some basis in science.
Exactly. But, and this is the really crucial part, that kind of aha moment here. Most of the scientific studies, the ones showing those really noticeable benefits, they typically use much higher doses. We're talking concentrated extracts, often way more potent than what you'd likely find squeezed into a couple of gummies alongside 9 other ingredients.
Okay, so that dosage difference, that feels like a potential catch. You listed 10 mushrooms, lion's mane, reishi, turkey tail, plus 7 others. Is there a risk here of what they call fairy dusting? Just sprinkling in tiny amounts of everything so they can list it on the label, but maybe none are at a dose that actually does anything.
That's always the concern with these big proprietary blends, isn't it? It's hard to know the exact amount of each. They can leverage the research on the individual mushroom, sure, but they don't always show that their specific dose in their gummy delivers that same researched benefit.
So if that dose gap is really significant, are people just kind of throwing money away? Or maybe could taking a lower dose consistently over a long time still offer some kind of benefit? Maybe something subtle that those short-term high-dose studies don't really capture?
That consistency point is actually something users bring up a lot. People often report needing like at least a month, sometimes longer, before they feel any kind of shift. And it's usually described as gentle, not dramatic. The good news, I guess, is the berry flavor seems pretty popular, which probably helps people stick with it. And consistency is key for any supplement, really.
Right, makes sense. And on the practical side, looking at the company, they seem to tick the quality boxes. They mentioned third-party testing, non-GMO ingredients made in FDA-approved facilities. It's vegan, no artificial colors. So it sounds like they're doing their homework on the quality control front. But given what you said about dosage, does that quality justify the price? It's around, what, $40 to $50 for a month's supply? That's not cheap.
Yeah, that price point is definitely one of the main complaints you see, along with people maybe expecting instant dramatic results. You're absolutely paying a premium for the convenience of that 10-in-1 blend. If budget's tight, that premium could be a deal breaker, especially if, maybe only 2 or 3 of those 10 mushrooms are the ones actually providing most of whatever subtle effect people feel.
Okay.
So I think the verdict here is, look, Shrumbfuzed probably isn't going to magically transform your life overnight. It's not a miracle cure. But for someone who has the budget, really values that all-in-one convenience, and understands it's likely a gentle boost, then maybe it's a decent option given the apparent quality control and the fact that the format helps with taking it consistently.
Right. Boils down to that premium for convenience and the blend. So maybe here's something for you, the listener, to chew on, so to speak. If the strongest evidence, or maybe your own needs, point towards just, say, 2 or 3 key mushrooms being most relevant, maybe lion's mane for focus and reishi for stress, would you be better off maybe spending less, say $25 or $30, on individual powders or capsules of just those key mushrooms at potentially higher, more targeted doses, even if it means a little more hassle, like mixing a powder into a drink instead of just popping a gummy? That trade-off, the cost saving versus the daily convenience, that might be the real decision you need to make here.